Hi, this is Tom Mura from World Class Coaching with another animated drill. As you can see, I'm going back to the Cogi pattern setup. I really like this format, and I just wanted to show you one more exercise with this, just its versatility. So the last time I showed you kind of a warm-up game, this is a 1v1 activity that there's a lot of different variables you can put in. I'll show you the basic version first. You can see here in the diagram from Planet Training that I created, where we've got 4 goals set up, basically in the same pattern. We've got the player standing with their right hand next to the goal on each side. Only 2 lines have a ball to begin with. So these 2 lines dribble out to the middle, stop the ball with their left foot because they're on this side, so they'll protect the ball from that defender in the middle, that cone. And then they'll run around, get the other ball, pass it in, and then play 1v1. So that's the basic setup of this. The player here can score in the goal on their right or the far goal. Player over here can score in the goal on their right or the far goal. So then we've got this same activity done with my team that we did it, and it worked out fantastic. As you can see, the players understand the pattern. They're dribbling and trying to score after they make that pass. So we'll just watch this next one here where they dribble out, stop the ball. He stops the ball with his right foot, so I make him come back. And we're going to do that again because I want to emphasize them doing it correctly each time. So I want him to do it over and do it right. So he dribbles out. This time he's going to stop the ball with his left foot. They're going to run around, make that pass. All right, the other player must have made that same mistake, so we'll have to do it again. But the attention to detail in these exercises is really important to make sure the players understand. And once they get it, they get into a really good flow. Now you'll notice that the player behind the goal checked around the goal before receiving the ball. That was a nice little move to get around the defender there and finish. But I don't want the player next to the goal to just stand there and wait for the ball. So you'll notice in this next pattern, if you watch the players without the ball on the outside, they're moving around the back of the goal. So I want them to have a movement, and I want them to try to time that movement so they get there as the ball arrives. That was pretty good by the player on the left. Tries to beat him with a scissors, loses it. If the defender wins it, the defender can score in any goal they like. So there's a counter-attacking element to it. So there's an advantage for that defender. If they win the ball, they can go and attack a goal. So now the player gets the ball, tries to beat the defender 1v1. If they lose it and it goes out of bounds, it's over. But if they win it and keep it inbounds, then they can attack a goal. So obviously having 2 goals to score in is a great advantage to the attacking player. So it gives them an opportunity to try to be successful. Now you'll notice as this goes on, you've got the player running back and forth here, trying to remember where it is that he was supposed to rotate. The rotation is an important part of this. The players with the ball go in the line by the goal that they attack. The players, so basically this player coming out of the goal after they're finished, they'll get in line at that far side. The person that was the dribbler will get in line to the left of where they started because that's the rotation. Actually, in this one, having them on the right side, they'll actually end up on the goal on their right. So they'll rotate each time so that they get the opportunity to both dribble and defend as well as to receive the ball and attack. So this is a fantastic little 1v1 environment that really makes the players think about what they're doing. Now, you'll notice here that we've changed this pattern. You'll see the players dribble out, and now there are 2 passes that we're going to make. So the player dribbles out, stops the ball in the middle, receives the other player's ball. Now that player checked, but is going to pass it back, run around the back of the goal, receive it on the other side. Now the defenders have to turn and get the other attacker. So we've layered in more complexity into this. Obviously, the player on the left passed too slowly, so his attacker was able to score with no problem because he didn't pass quickly enough. So the players really understood the first activity and the basic simple 1v1. So as soon as they understood that and we're doing well with that, now let's change it up. Let's add some more complexity. Let's add some speed and some consequences for poor passing technique to it. And now we've got a whole new exercise with more challenges. It's still the 1v1 environment. We're still trying to beat defenders and go to goal. All of those things are still in place. We've just added a layer. Now you'll see that the player there stopped the ball with his right foot. So I'll bring them back, have them do it again. It's important they stop the ball with their left foot when they're dribbling on this side. So just making sure that the players understand that every time. What I'll do is I'll have them do it over the first few times, and I'll give them an opportunity to correct that mistake. Pretty soon what I'll do is just say next. So if the players make an error by dribbling or if somebody forgets to run or start when they were supposed to start, I'll just say next. So now those players lose their opportunity to play that 1v1 situation. So that really heightens their focus, because if they're not ready, if they're not really focusing on what it is they're doing, I'll just say next, those groups go out, next groups come in, and we get on with it. So, here you can see we made a mistake. I'll tell the players, it looks like this is the last time. I kind of gave them another chance. Okay, guys, let's one more chance at this. Make sure we stop it with the correct foot, or do what we're supposed to do. And then actually here we had the next group go. So that was a case where I said next. Said next again. Players weren't ready. Players weren't moving. Move on. And so now what you'll start to get is you'll start to get a greater focus, because the danger is that they're going to miss their turn if they're not really focused in. Now, I don't do that right away, and I'm not trying to punish them for errors. But once I've corrected the error, once they understand what they're supposed to be doing, then it's purely a lack of focus. It's not a lack of understanding. So this is a great activity. Works great with the players. Give it a try with your own teams.